All right, had to get my notes. I had to get my notes. A lot of crap. I wrote a lot of stuff down. Not a lot, but main points of reasons I dislike school sometimes. And all right, let's begin with the first one I have here on the list. They're not in any specific order. Like this isn't like my least favorite to favorite. They're just I just wrote them down as I was thinking about it. And so the first one, using cell phones in places like the lunchroom or the courtyard or like the outside area where you can eat and stuff. It's called the courtyard in my school, but excuse me, it's called anything. I don't know what it's called everywhere else, but the outside area where the tables and you can eat outside and stuff like that. And recently, this school year actually, it became a thing that you could use your cell phone in the morning. Now I remember my last school year, and I don't know what I said. School year. I didn't even get off the bus yet. I wasn't even out of the last step of the bus, and I already had teachers down my throat saying, "Why don't you take them headphones off, bud? Put that phone up." Literally didn't even get off the bus, and there's like 5 teachers and one of the principals yelling at me about. I'm like, all right, give me a second. Literally just got off. Didn't even get off the bus. So I found that so annoying. But now you can use your cell phone in the morning. Great. Like, okay, that's great. But I still can't use it during lunch. I still use it. I don't care. I use it. Whatever. All right, next one. People showing, I'm not really sure how to say it, but people and couples who do PDA or are showing PDA, which is like public affection, basically. Because I don't know the actual term for it. But PDA, that's great. Little kids, I was going to say little, but we're in high school. Kids in love, kids, talking, like falling in love. I get it. I understand. I've been in love before. But PDA is so freaking awkward when you got a couple making out right in front of you. When that happens to me, I walk away. I don't even care. I walk away and I'm just like, wow, okay, like, all right, that happened. I walk away. You can do whatever you want. You can walk away. It doesn't matter to me. I walk away. I hate it. It's awkward. All right. Do I really, really hate it? No. Because I'm sure if I was in a relationship, I would probably won't do it as much as people do it. Like I would hold hands or wrap my arms around her or something. But I wouldn't go to the full extent of making it really awkward by doing the most ridiculous stuff. I wouldn't do that. Next one. Which is a great one. I don't really have a story, but I can relate to it. And teachers who think they have a higher position than they really do. When I was in middle school, there was a teacher. She was just a teacher. I think she was like a special ed teacher. She wasn't anything. She wasn't nothing special. But she was a monitor for the lunchroom when lunchtime came around. And she thought she was like the king of everything. She thought she was like Howard Stern, the king of all media. She thought she was the queen of all things about that school, but she wasn't. She wasn't. She wasn't. Had nothing to do with anything. She was just a special ed teacher. She thought she was the crap, and she yelled at everybody. And she just had that presence of she's the greatest, but she wasn't. So I hate that, and that's happened other times too with other teachers who think they're top notch, but they're not. They're just not. All right, next one. Actually, I'm going to say that one for last, because I have 5 things, but I'm going to say that one for last. That one's actually really annoying. The next one I have here, making someone present something that they don't want to. Now, I know presenting and, public speaking in classes, it's sometimes worth a grade. I know for me it's worth a grade when you read it out loud or you did a project and you present it. It's for a participation grade or whatever it's called. You gotta be really enthusiastic about it. And but there was this girl. It happened a couple of weeks ago actually, or like a month ago. She started crying because she got real nervous and she got really scared to read out loud. I guess, which I like, I'm all about, attention, so I don't mind it, You won't catch me complaining. I might get nervous. But then I realize that people don't even pay attention when you're presenting. Everyone's looking down on their phones or, so it doesn't really matter. So that always helps me, I think. That I know that no one really cares. And it's just for a grade. But the thing is, if a student doesn't want to read, don't pressure the student. I know it's for public speaking, if they go to college or something, it helps. But this high school, there's so many other things that I think we need to learn first before public speaking, like actually speaking correctly, because no one really knows how to speak anymore. We got grammar. There's people who I know who used to not speak right, but now they're part of the grammar police because they realize how silly it is, and it's just pressuring a kid into doing something. If they don't want to do it, just give them the F. Just give them the F. Don't pressure them though. I can't stand that. I can't stand a teacher pressuring a student to do something. I hate it. I can't stand it. Did I say that enough? Did I say I can't stand it? I can't stand it. Alright, the last one, which I think we can all relate to. I think we can. I don't know. State testing. I wrote a lot for that one. But I'm going to try to sum it up. I wrote like pages. Well, at least a page each for each thing. But then I wrote like a little section. Like basically like a summary of the whole thing. I don't know why I did that. But state testing. Teachers teach us stuff all year. Math, English, this and that, science, whatever. We learn stuff all year. And then when we get to the state testing, which is like during the middle of the school year, I don't know why I keep saying that. School year, and then at the end of the year, like the big test. But I swear to God, nothing that we learned throughout that whole year, those 10 months that we were in school, nothing is ever exactly on the state test. Nothing. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Well, sometimes. I'm not going to say ever. But a lot of the times. The stuff that we learned all year. And then it just doesn't. And then it's like, alright, well, you're done. You can leave now. But it's like, why did I just sit through 10 months of stuff if I'm getting ready for this big test, which is really important? And they say it all the time, like, oh, well, when the test comes around, yeah, but it's what you're teaching me now is not helping me for that test. I already know it's not. I know it's not. I'm not an idiot. So, I don't know. I hate state testing. State testing is the worst. State testing. State test my ass. Anyway, so, that's all really I can think of. There's some other things here and there, but they're really not that important. Those are the 5 things I hate about school, or I had to deal with in school, or I'm still dealing with at the time. Here's another one. I got a quick one for you. Personal space. Now, kids like to pull other kids' hats and pull down zip down their sweaters and stuff. Don't do that. I can't stand that. I wear hats all the time. Whatever. And wear hats, I wear hoodies. No reason why. Just, I like to, It's my thing. But there's nothing more I can't stand than someone trying to pull my hat off or pull my zipper down. Not from my pants, from my sweater or whatever. That happened today. A kid was just joking. He goes, "Oh, what if I just zip down your sweater?" And that's the most annoying. And the kid was cool. Like, I was friends with him. I'm really not friends with him anymore. I don't, I'm really not going to speak with him on that much. Because that's annoying as hell. That is the worst. I hate that. I really cannot stand it. But, yeah. I don't do that. Just don't touch anybody, just leave it alone. But that's all I really wanted to speak on today. Some reasons I can't stay in school, some of the things that bother me in school. So, What do you guys hate about school? I want to know what you guys don't like about school. Everybody got something different. Maybe you got the same things as me. If that's the case, I don't blame you. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, stump_daddy, DADDY 666. That's stump_daddy 666. And on Instagram, Mr. just regular Sargent, SARGENT, Dr. Pepper, PEPPER. And I'll catch you guys in the next live cast.